today's the day. I got my seed tender hooked up here. I got a little bit of work to do to my planter, but hopefully the next hour and a half, my time, I'm in the field planting my first field. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's make this sound better. I'll be planting my first field for the 2026 crop year, otherwise the second year on my own farming. Super excited for this one because, well, I did a lot of work to my planter and there's liquid on it now, so now we have to incorporate that. I'll be talking about my awesome starter mix plus a seed, and my fiance will be joining us here in a little bit too to help me. So I got the planter basically ready to go. The big thing is that last night my dad was helping me lube the chains up, and there's one row I forgot to put a chain on. I don't remember which one it is. It's one of them. But I know I had previously talked about putting electric drive on these planters, and I've kind of been teasing it a little bit throughout the winter. We did not get to it this year. We got really close. We got everything mounted up, got the motors on there. We got 3 rows spinning, and then we tried to implement it into isobus, and we couldn't quite get that figured out. And then also, we don't think the motors would turn quite fast enough for soybeans, so we were gonna like take out one of the planetaries, and we didn't quite get that far either. So I'm just rocking the ground drive for this year. Hopefully this summer we can actually get the electric drive, custom electric drive going. But until then, let's get this thing out of here. Okay, it is row 3 right here that mysteriously doesn't have a chain for some reason. Take the box off, throw the camera on the process. Yeah, right there. Okay, let me get that put on. Before I put this one on, I'm gonna lube it up. That way I don't have to sit there and spin the tire and try and get it lubed up. Let's see. Got this stuff right here, multi-purpose spray lubricant. I was told, actually John Deere doesn't really advertise using chain lube anymore because dirt sticks to it so bad. They recommend this stuff. I don't know, I used it last year. Seemed to work okay. Didn't have any chains break, so I'll take it. See, I'm gonna do this so the wind is not facing the camera. Let's see, how do the other ones go? They go over top, then underneath of the tensioner. Grease it up quick, because I have not done that yet this year. The gauge wheels, and then the two pins for folding it, and that's it. Done. Well, this is something I've never seen before. These are all brand new arms, and none of them are taking grease. None of them. And look at this mess. Look at this mess. Brand new arms. None of them are taking grease. What in the heck? I mean, I don't really have the planter. Is there any pressure on the gauge wheels? I mean, I have the planter barely touching the ground. I mean, there's a little bit of pressure on them. Let me take the pressure off, see what happens. I don't think it should really matter, but maybe it does. I mean, brand new grease zerks, new everything. These are usually the easiest things in the world to grease. Okay, so before I head to the field, I'm gonna put my first tank of liquid in the yard here. So I got my 2 tanks on there, and here is what we're gonna do. So I got 2 cage tanks, and this cage tank, I have liquid compost. So I know, I met a guy at FerensCon. His name is Ryan, and they had a panel with like 3 or 4 different guys that have been experimenting with compost, liquid compost, and people have had fantastic results from it. This guy makes a crap ton every year, he sells a crap ton every year, he uses it himself, and it got me interested because lots of times what happens in our modern agriculture is we kill a lot of organisms and stuff through tillage and different fertilizers that go into our soils. and the lack of these organisms. Now, this is a very broad summary. I'm not a scientist. It's just kind of my basic understanding. And these organisms and these like fungi and all these different things are what are needed to help break down and make different minerals and fertilizers and stuff available in our soil. So this is literally, he has a big compost pile and he extracts it all out into a liquid, runs it through like a 120 mesh filter, so that way hopefully it doesn't clog up my stuff. And so that's gonna go in 70 gallons of that, because I have a 140 gallon tank, so half of it's gonna be this. And then, oh gosh, I think there's 7 gallons of sugar. This is Boost. It's gonna go in it as well, and that will help to start feeding. Well, I mean, sugar's just, I've heard different things. I've heard a lot of people say sugar's great. I've heard some people say it's not that great. But in this case, it's gonna help start feeding these organisms right away, get them hungry. And then I got Novonesis Torque. That's going in there, 1 ounce per acre. Last year I worked with Novonesis, and I applied it while side dressing. And in my side-by-side strip, it got me 8.5 bushels an acre, which incredible. For a product that costs about a bushel an acre, I'll take it any day. So got 28 ounces of that going in. And then the rest of it is going to be Green Lightning, which I have right here in this tank. That is my water that has nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen in it. So, is this a little bit of a interesting blend? Yes. There's probably a lot of people listening to me going, what in the heck is this kid talking about? Probably a lot of local people going, yeah, that ain't gonna work. But, you know what? Here's kind of the beauty of the scale that I'm at. Like, obviously, I want to farm more. I want to, you know, if I could farm 1,000 acres someday, that'd be great. I'm not there right now. Right now, I'm making most of my money through agri-GPS sales and through YouTube. So I'm kind of in this situation where I can try a lot of things out, and it's not really going to hurt me too much. So, you know what? I might as well try out as much stuff as I can right now, figure out what works, what doesn't. I'm going to make some passes where I just don't turn this on at all. Just do it like I normally would on a normal year. And end of the year, we'll see what the difference is. If it didn't do anything, well, then I probably won't do it next year. But in total, this whole mixture is about $10 an acre. Probably a little bit more. Probably a little bit more than $10 an acre. Not much though. It's a pretty cheap mixture. And when I told the guy that I bought the compost from about my mixture, he said that sounds like an amazing starter fertilizer mix. So I'm pretty excited about it. But in the meantime, I was gonna clean out my pump, my cage tank pump, and over the winter, I don't know if you can see right here, there's a big old crack in it. And when you turn on the water, yeah, that ain't no good. So I'm 99% sure I winterized that, but it obviously cracked and blew. So that's junk. I did borrow one from my chemical guy, so I'm just gonna have to move it between the 2 cage tanks. So I got my handy dandy cheat sheet. I'm gonna start with the Boost because that's what it was connected to. I don't think the order matters too much in this. I'm gonna do 1 tank at a time, so I don't think they're gonna fill evenly. So let's put 7 gallons in. Yeah, these tiny tanks are gonna be hard to fill because I've only put 7 gallons of product in so far, and I'm already at 25 gallons in the tank. I need to put 35 of this in yet. It's gonna be a little tricky. I actually figured out a way. If I turn off the Green Lightning tank and I just suck out of this, I can get everything in there and then top off with Green Lightning and Torque. I'll probably mix the Torque in on this batch actually. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's put a little bit of compost in, then the torque. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so 14 ounces is a cup and 3/4 of torque. Now, torque is an LCO promoter. Like I said, I used it last year. And side dressing this year, I'm gonna hopefully try and get some trials done, planting with it in furrow, side dressing with it, and then some of both, and then some of none. We'll see what happens here, what I'm all able to do. But in very simple terms, it helps with stress. So when I went down to San Antonio, that's about 1 cup. They had petri dishes, and they added stress to like corn seeds and soybean seeds, and then they added torque to some of them, or the LCO promoter some of them, and some of them they didn't. And the amount of germination difference was incredible. It was really cool to see live demonstrations like that. So it went from a product last year that I wasn't quite so sure about to now it's going on almost every single acre that I have. There we go. Because it's 14 ounces per side, right? Because yes. Okay, the torque is now in as well. Put more compost in there. Okay, let's just top it off here now. Oh, thank you. It's spraying me a little bit. I should really put a tube on that. There's no salt, so I'm not too worried about it. Just sugar, it's just gonna be sticky. I'll pressure wash it off when I'm done. Well, my fiance Haley has joined us. I need your help for a second. Yesterday I sent you a text message with random numbers and it said left or right. I need you to tell me what those numbers are and if it was left or right.
You have 4 left, 8 right, and 12 right.
Okay, so 4 left. So that means that I need to move this in-furrow liquid thing to the left. Because I just put it in the ground yesterday and I was just seeing which way they all needed to go. I'll put you down there. So if it needs to go to the left, it probably needs to push the other direction. Actually, here, can you hold the camera?
Yeah.
Point it my way. Yeah, I should have not shoved that in there. Okay. What was the next number?
Then we have 8 right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 needs to go to the right. So I need to go the opposite direction. This is kind of genius on my part. Okay, next one.
And then 12 right.
12 right. You're pointing the camera like right at my stomach. Here you go. 12 right. Right?
Yes, 12 right.
Okay. I think I'll take this out to the field and have you come pick me up.
Okay.
Okay, got to the field, brought the seed tender out. I'll bring the semi truck later. But now I get to try a new cool thing I bought. The BuiltRightEquipment.com. I don't know if you can see it in there. Seed bag slicer. So rather than having to deal with strings and stuff, theoretically I just throw this on top of the box. I drop the bag on top of it and it just dumps it in. We'll see how it works. So there are 2 main varieties I'm planting on this field. This nicely organized pallet here is Whipple's 2386. Very high yield environment corn. It dries down fast. It's a 100 day That's not a new hybrid, it's a fairly new, but I think it's a couple years old. Let me plant that on the south edge. And then over here, we got Whipple's 2674. This is a new hybrid, 101 day, very robust plant, handles stress, and wet soil is really good. This is a full flex year as well. So we're gonna start off with the 2386, but in addition to those, last year I did a seed test plot where I did not use all the seed. So I have like 15 acres of just random test plot seed that I'm also gonna use up on this field. Yes?
Wondering if it was working.
We're getting there. It's been a morning. I had 2 pumps for my cage tanks.
Yeah.
And the one that I winterized over winter
Cracked.
So I'm having to switch pumps around, and it was quite an ordeal. Plus for some reason, none of my gauge wheel arms would take grease.
Okay.
They're all brand new. None of them would take grease. I had to go get that grease gun with lock and lube locking grease thing.
And then it would? Or?
And then it would, but that grease gun sucks. It's really slow.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just been a morning. Just been a morning.
They would take grease if you force.
If you force them in, yeah, then you took grease.
They start taking grease easy then, or no?
I don't know. I mean, they're literally all brand new. So,
That's weird.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna load up the seed and we're gonna try and start moving.
Okay, well, I'm probably gone the rest of the day, so.
Okay.
Sure. Gotta get back to the elevator.
Okay. I really wish Chris could help me check my depth and stuff, but he's gonna be busy all day, so.
You check depth pretty.
Depth, but like sidewall pressure and like all that stuff that he's really good at, I'm not.
I know you're thumb in, right?
I mean, my corn grew last year, so.
Okay.
All right. So here's how this thing works. $80, I think it's going to be a good investment. It just sits on top like that. Okay, and I'm going to grab a bag of seed, and theoretically I just go drop it on there. Might have to kind of do that. There we go. Okay, let's give it a shot.
They're the ones that
I'll glean look in yellow.
you had me put numbers together for.
Yes.
I thought, like, why do they look so different? So do your soybeans have colors too, or no?
Mine don't. Some people do. Depends if you get them treated. Like Chris got some treated earlier this year. Yeah, I'll leave a link for the bag slicer down below. Not sponsored. Bought it with my own money, but I do really like it. That was some of the easiest filling of bags I've ever done. And they make them for all. I mean, I know different planters have different box sizes. They make them for a bunch of different ones. So I'm guessing they probably have yours. A little bit of kelp graphite mixture. Oop, that was a lot. That was way too much. There we go. Okay. Oh, got some talc on the camera lens. There we go. We're gonna go see if we can plant some corn. See, I got RTK, planting corn, variety, single variety. Whipple's 2386. Full IF mix. So full and furrow mix. I'll do some that are like no compost or no torque or stuff like that. Okay. And then I'm sure I gotta do that over here somewhere too. I'm just gonna put 2386 on this. Where do I do variety on this? I don't even remember. Setup. Here we go. Hybrid A. done. Cool. Do I have this set to the right farm? I do. Okay. I don't really care about this too much, but because I don't take any data off it, I just take data off this. I think we're good to go. Now I was smart, and I turned on the vacuum, and then I went outside, and I spun the wheels on the drive wheels. So we're preloaded with seeds. We're not going to leave a gap. Put her down. Maybe a little over 35. Let's turn on my liquid. Forgot about that. Oh, neighbor's spraying his field right now. Okay, I'm at 34.1, 34.2, 98.9% singulation. Pretty decent. One's a little bit low. I'll see if it comes out of it. How fast are we going? 4.8. Speed up a little bit. We got liquid flowing. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. So the right hand side is showing quite a bit less singulation than the left hand side. It's probably got a vacuum leak over there. We're showing skips. The left hand side is dang near perfect. The right hand side is struggling. So we're gonna get out. We're gonna see what we can find. Do a little digging. Oh, turn the liquid off. Oh, I gotta remember that. Okay.
Might need to get some duct tape for that one. Okay. We have one vacuum tube that's really loose, so I might just get some duct tape, wrap it around. That should fix my singulation issues on the right hand side, because the left hand side was like 99.5 to 100%. Oh boy, we're shallow. We're at an inch. Are they all like that? Inch and a quarter. Yeah, we got deep in these. I'm looking for 2 inches. Okay, if these rows are better, where I have the other gauge wheels, or the other closing wheels. Yeah, right at 2. There he is. Okay, he's 2 inches there. That was some pretty hard dirt back there. Maybe a little more downforce in. So one thing, if you point down here, see how my trench is right here, and then my closing wheels are way off to the side? I'm gonna fix that quick, get them more centered. So I was trying to dig for the seed right here, but they're actually over here, and that doesn't work too well. So in order to do that, I take, oh, is it 3/4? I don't remember what size. I can loosen, it's one size small. 11/16. I think it's actually metric, but yeah, and I'm gonna bring the metric wrenches with me. So, we're gonna use a 3/4. Loosen this a little bit. Oh, I'm just rounding it out. Oh, of course I don't have the right wrenches on me. I wonder, do I need a... Do I even need to do that? Oh, nope, I can just do this. Okay, we're just gonna... This eccentric bushing. Push it back over that direction, like that. And this one is the same way. Push it back that way. Okay, what about these two over here? That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Okay. Let's get this duct taped. I don't have a good way to set the camera. Let's do this. Good enough. I think this is what was causing it. Seems kind of loose. I think we just have some air leaks. I did switch the planter from 2 vacuums to 1, so having some sort of vacuum issue is not totally unexpected here immediately. Well, I've been battling some singulation issues. I don't even know what I did, but they finally seem to solve themselves. However, now I don't have any liquid flowing. Oh, there's still liquid flowing. What the heck? Apparently it is working, I just couldn't see it. I was worried about depthness, but we're at like 2.5 inches now. Knock them back a couple. Go 1 notch shallower, I think. I'm noticing that where I have the John Deere closing wheels, they're not going as deep. I think it's because the Case H style bring in dirt and then pack it down, so you're actually kind of creating a little bit of a mound, whereas the John Deere, you're doing whatever this is. Interesting. So basically I got deep in the John Deeres, and the Case H style I got a shallow. I'm gonna do a little bit of digging again here just to see how everything's going. But I wanna measure my guess real quick, see how that's doing. I always recommend everybody, I don't care what brand of equipment you run, what brand of GPS, measure your guess row. Because calibrations can go wrong, things can go goofy. It just makes sense. That is 30 inches on the dot. Now my lines aren't perfectly straight. I'm kind of on a weird side hill here, but happy with that. Now let's do some more digging.
While I'm drowning in the summer heat, Nicky Jackson psilocybin with the maple leaf, sugar coats an evil world in my sobriety. I'd be better with you next to me. I work upon a praying for a little bit of rain, but I'm flooded like the water in the window pane, taken over by the mold and going in my brain. Might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Overtaken by the revelry, losing sleep, I'm overthinking all the irony. Might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Don't know why I feel this way. I get high on the plane, look to the sky. Sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Under the weather while I'm wandering, walking up the creek. Water's rushing like it's trying to get away from me. This dream I'm chasing is gonna drive me to insanity. It might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Don't know why I feel this way. I get high on the plane, look to the sky, but I'm to blame. You might hate me, and it might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. But it keeps me sane. Yeah, it keeps me sane.
So we're looking pretty good. Just went out and did a bunch of digging. I think we're all within a 1/4 inch of each other in depth-wise, and it seemed all good. Got my singulation up. Every once in a while there's a row low, but 99.5 is pretty good. Population 135.5. So I've maxed it out on the low range. I need to go to the high range. So I'm gonna look up my book here, see what I need to do. When I get to the end, I'll change it back. Well, the first couple acres took a couple hours, but I seem to have kind of got the hang of it again now. There's a lot of digging I did that you guys did not see. Can you attest to that, Haley?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Digging and digging and digging and digging. Once I finish these headlands here, we can go finish the other ones on the other side. I have a bad air leak. Look at this. I lose pressure constantly. I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh, row 9 and row 5 are my two that are bugging me. They have issues and they always seem to come out of it. Have never figured out why that is. You know how awesome my fiance is. She brought me lunch and snacks and candy. What's going on? It's row 9 and row 5. The rest of them are all perfect. Row 5's coming out of it. Come on, row 9. Oh. Oh. Come on. Let's go look at row 9. Oh, it's doing better. 99.5. So I switched 9 and 10 around because I couldn't find anything wrong with 9. That hasn't been acting up since. 5 and 6 are acting up now. Honestly, vacuum meters, not a fan. I wish I would have bought a finger pickup planter. I think I'd be way better off. So I did not change the population like I said I was going to. But my singulation is getting a lot better. And I'm sitting around 34. So I currently have it set to, I think, 35 and 24. And I'm going to switch it, that's low range. And I'm going to switch it to high range, 16 and 28. High range, 16, 28. I gotta remember that. I'm also out of water. So basically I have everything maxed out on this side right now in low range, switch it to high range, max it out on the other side. Yep, now we're showing like 37,000 population. That ain't gonna fly. So we're gonna go back down to 34 and a half. I think it'd be better overall. 37 is just too high. Okay, I ran out of liquid a little early. Still trying to play around with the pressures and see what works. The pressure that it shows on the chart, way too much. So first few rounds definitely had too much. Then it was not quite as much as I wanted in the last few, but oh well. We do have a little bit of seed left. I'm gonna refill though. This is gonna be a little tricky because I have 20 bags and wait, no, I have 10 bags and 12 boxes. So gotta figure out how to divide this somehow. Don't quite know how yet. Now I have 4 boxes that has less because I was doing some point rows over there. So maybe I fill these 4 up and then divide the other 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 among the other 8. We'll try and get it close. So refilled, don't really have any liquid in right now, I'm gonna make a round without it. So I go here. $23.86. No, yeah, there we go. Okay. Should be able to keep going. Okay, I suppose before the night ends, it's definitely a 2-day planting job. Before the night ends, I will fill it full of liquid and do a little bit more. Probably go until I empty out of liquid, and then tomorrow I'll pick up. But Haley's gonna go take me to get the truck right now. Whew. Wait for this thing to air up. Actually, there's some air left in it from this morning. It's kind of impressive. I don't do that, the door goes up. Turn this back to full in-furrow mix. I'm trying to think, next time I might do half just Green Lightning, half Green Lightning and Torque. I think that'd be a good test. Kind of doing a little bit of everything. So it's the next day. Before I turned the camera on here, I did some swap gnostics on the planter. Row 5 and 9 kept acting up, but I don't know if it was actually acting up or if there was a bad seed sensor or something. So swapped a bunch of stuff around, trying to figure that out. And also, after I stopped filming last night, late at night, I started using up the plot seed from last year. So I've already used probably over half of it. This is just all left over from the seed plot, trying to use it up. So I'm gonna use the rest of it up now. I also got 2 bags of Whiffle 5086 here left over from last year. Awesome seed, love 5086. And then, once I get this used up, we can actually go to the 2674 to finish up the field. So I want to be pretty clear here. Where I'm mixing all this kind of random seed together just to keep going, I understand it's not going to yield as well as if I just had one good solid variety. But the seed was free and seed is expensive. So even if I do take a little bit of a yield loss, it'll still probably end up even with the rest of it, or maybe even slightly a little bit better. So, I mean, I got quite a few acres of free seed, like 15 acres of free seed. Adds up. So I think I have a bad seed sensor because row 5 was always showing issues, always showing a low singulation. And all I did was I swapped the seed tube from 5 to 3, and now row 3 is showing bad singulation. So basically I'm just gonna ignore row 3, and I switched a bunch of stuff over here. Row 9 and row 11 I switched the seed tubes as well. I think it was row 11. And every once in a while row 11 over here will show bad singulation too. So I think I've actually been planting very good singulation, just I have 2 sensors that are kind of on the fritz. They're showing some weird things. So I feel better today than I did yesterday, because yesterday I'd be driving along, everything would be perfect. Then all of a sudden for a minute, row 5 and 9 would just be like 80% singulation, which made no sense, because when I got these meters calibrated, they were all like 99.6 or above, and the guy I brought them into said, so I bought these used, kind of rebuilt them myself last year. The guy I brought them into was like, yeah, these are like the best not brand new meters I've ever seen. So, although row 7 is doing some funny things now. Also, dust could be playing an issue. I do not have the dust-proof seed tubes.
Grain systems, Sioux Steel grain goods are a wise investment. SierraSgrain.com. Chicago May corn 452 3/4.
Okay, so I ran out of liquid here. Do a little bit more with the seed I got. So I'm gonna refill with liquid now, but I'm not gonna be putting it in the compost, not gonna be putting it in the sugar. One side is just to be Green Lightning, and the other side is gonna be Green Lightning with Torque. Just to do a little comparison, see what happens. I'm probably gonna do 1 full tank with Green Lightning and Torque, and then probably a half tank of just Green Lightning, just for trial purposes, and then I will go back to the full mixture. Just trying to learn as much as I possibly can here. Okay, 1 3/4 cup for the full tank, and then nothing in the half tank. Well, that's 3/4. That's like perfect. And there's 1 cup. Beautiful. Torque. Half tank Green Lightning, full tank Green Lightning and Torque. So eventually here, once I get off of this mixture of seed, which should be fairly quickly, I will do pass the Green Lightning, passing Green Lightning and Torque, passing nothing. So that way I can compare. So I just did a few passes with the Green Lightning. As we can see, not really see. No, my phone's ringing again. Anyways, it is just got done putting on just Green Lightning. I'm gonna switch it over to the Green Lightning and Torque, and then make a few more passes. And I'll probably skip a couple passes. Okay, I'll skip one pass because I want to come back and do the full mixture, so I can do a good trial with that. And then I want to do one with nothing. So Green Lightning Torque, nothing, and then the full mixture. Look who's coming to visit. Willow hasn't been in a tractor in over a year. Or not quite over a year, but she's not a fan of loud noises and things, so I don't know how she'll take it. We'll see. I missed it. She started to run away when you got close to the tractor. I missed it.
When I was up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're terrified. Willow! Just hanging out. Actually doing better than I thought she would be. I thought she'd be freaking out.
I'm surprised she's not.
When she was a puppy, she wasn't bad at all. Now she's gotten older, she's like, jumps at anything.
Yeah.
Like, one time I accidentally bumped like a doorstop. Oh, she ran. You close the cupboard door, runs. We don't know what is causing that, but she's doing good right now. Just finished. Let's turn off the music so I don't get a copyright. 111.4 acres done. This is a 111 acre field, so a little bit of overlap in there, but that only took a day longer than I thought it was going to. That's okay. Halfway done planting now, because this field is an acre over half of my total acres. Now to get back to the other end. Spraying this field's gonna be interesting with all these new tile lines they put in this year. Willow's been a champ. Every time I turn, she tries to figure out where that noise is coming from. Wow. This is gonna be interesting spraying. You can do it, you can do it. Oh my gosh, she is so scared. Is it just great?
Mm-hmm. She doesn't like
Nope.
them when we go for walks either. Those sewer grates. She'll avoid them.
You're not going to get anywhere going back in here.
Come on. Come on. Look. Look. Look at Mom.
Lay down in protest.
Come on.
Come on.
Look at Mom. Yeah.
She's so unsure.
Come on.
Look at her. She's like stretching herself out and shaking.
Come on. Come on. You got room.
You got this. You got
You
this.
got room. Look at you.
Good job, Willow.
Okay, don't go off.
Yeah, no,
that.
don't jump off the edge. She go down the stairs?
She's trying to.
This is the most awkward thing I've ever seen a dog do. She falls off the side. Ah. Now, unfortunately, I had the blinkers running on the semi-truck all day, and it's dead. So I don't know if I have jumper cables at the back of my pickup, which is way down here. But I hope I do, because otherwise I'll probably have to go to the shop and grab a jump pack and hope it starts it. If the jump packs are still there and if they're charged. They seem to like to be put back uncharged. But it does feel really good to have this field planted. Look at these end rows. So straight. So straight. Nothing makes me feel better than a nice pair of perfectly straight end rows. And there's a golf ball in my field. Got sliced by a disc at some point. pair of the cheapest jumper cables you'll ever see. Good. I have a pair of the cheapest jumper cables that Harbor Freight had. Okay, where is the battery on this thing? Is it over here? Yes, good. Right there. Let's hope there's a long one. Red to dead. Red to good. No! I'm gonna have to like pull up alongside of it and hope that no one comes the next minute. Is this enough, or am I gonna have to flip around? Oh, that's enough. Okay. Black. Where's a good ground? Where's a good piece of metal? I don't know if that's enough or not. There's gotta be something better than that. Honestly, I might switch right to the battery. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm going to. I probably should invest in a nicer pair of jumper cables, but I use them like once every 3 years. And the problem is that cheap jumper cables are cheap. Expensive ones are insanely expensive. Like triples or quadruples in price. Maybe even more, I don't know. It's like 15 bucks versus like, no, it's way more than that. It's 15 bucks versus like a couple hundred. Probably. I haven't looked in a while. These take forever, but they do eventually work. I'm just kind of curious what happens when I try. I don't think it's gonna go. Nope. Probably just wasted 5 minutes. She's so content like that.
I know.
Flap her arm around. Yep, we're gonna get the booster pack. 15 minutes and still nothing. Which one of these is bigger? Okay, this is the Noco Boost Pro GB150. I think one of these is bigger than the other ones. GBX 155. I think this is the one we want. Does it have a charge? Yes. Let's take this one. Because that one's 3,000 amps, this one's 4,250. Then I'll park it in the shed and plug my automatic charger into it overnight. Wow, this thing is dead. What in the heck? The booster pack isn't even doing anything. Well, I just changed the battery post and it started right up. Which would make sense because this one, now that I look at it, the front battery and the back battery are connected. I mean, they should all be connected, but that battery post goes directly up to the starter. So, learned something new. I didn't think it would matter at all. I'm wondering if our alternator isn't working. We're sitting at like 11.3 volts. With the truck running, it should be up in the green. Especially if it's charging, it should be close to 14. Oh, there it went up a bunch. Oh. Don't know why that would, I don't know what would cause that, but okay. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.